Good Oops. Good morning. Good morning. Just going to put that up a little bit. Whoop, down a bit. Where am I putting it? There we go. I hadn't checked the zoom in for this one actually, so it's just a wee bit too close. There we go. Got it. Now, good morning. I'm Rosboundy Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading, and it's Sunday the 20th of July. So we're here on a beautiful, well, it's got a chill in the air type of a winter's day. The sun is shining quite nicely, but there is a few wispy clouds there. Could be indicating more clouds later, or it's going to clear. Who knows? But right now the birds are singing in the trees and it's lovely. We'll go across to the cards though. It's what we're here for. And bring your guiding spirit with you. Anything that's interpreted here is my own understanding of what symbolism might mean at the time that I'm getting little messages, or it's just reading the cards, or whatever combination it is of that as well. Now, as you can see, they are a long way away. Hold on, I'll just put them in a bit more because this is the smaller deck, so it's hard to see. Okay, we did use these yesterday, so this is the Rana George Lenormand deck. And of course I've got a frog in the throat. The Rana George Lenormand deck, a gorgeous Mediterranean style, Arabic style of artwork with this one. I really love it. And it's so bright, as you can see, the gorgeous colours. So it's by Rana George, and it's Caliel French, who is the artist that's helped with this, bringing it to life. So what we've got, oh, excuse me for the throat. This here is actually the guidebook that goes with it, that fits in here. I don't know if I've shown you this particular box for a while. It opens up as one of those side ones with a magnet type of a thing there. And look at the gorgeous back of them. That it's a really, really nice deck. A very nice bundle. I'll leave that aside for now, because I am going to zoom in fully to the cards only, just so that we've got a good view of them as much as we can. That is to the max that I've got. So good morning, Keza. She's saying morning, Ros and all. So it's lovely to see you, Keza, and Fiona. Good morning, Ros Girly, and all around the globe. Have blue sky at your end of Adelaide? Yep. And the clouds are chased away. So far, no, I have got wispy grey clouds out there. And another morning, lovely, and all beautiful cards from Michaela. Lovely to see you here in the live, Michaela, and it is a gorgeous box, isn't it? So many of the cards that I have do have really wonderful packaging. It's just so nice to have the differences at times. Even the tin ones, they come beautifully packaged. Lovely weather, caught the end of it. Yes, it is. Yes, you have caught the end of it. And I'm still not quite right with where I've got that lined up. Let me just go a bit. That's better. Now I can see it better. Just that little bit, isn't it? Now, let's get to the reading. So, the central card, I'm starting here. For those who have seen these over the years, you know that I start from this central card in this 3-card spread. It's our theme, and that is the 8-card coffin. Our theme, and it is the 9 of diamonds, corresponding to the regular playing deck. So the coffin is our main theme. We have 39. Now the Rana George deck does have some extras after the 36 cards. That's the normal Lenormand deck. So card 39 is, I think it's the bedroom, the boudoir, or I'm going to have to look that one up. I didn't check that first. I'm going to have a look. It is bed. It's just called bed. Not boudoir, but it is bed. Okay, and that's in the home space. Then we will move over to card 22, which is the crossroads. And I'm pretty sure that one's called the crossroads in this one. I'm just flipping quickly in the book. So trying to keep my finger in the holes. Crossroads, it's definitely crossroads. Bed, and I'm just trying to find the coffin as well so I can flick to those quickly when we get to those. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. See? I got it like that. Now the crossroads is card 22, and it looks like it's the Queen of Diamonds. I'm just going to have a quick reference here because I don't know if it's got it. No, they don't actually say in the guidebook which is the cross reference to the old decks. No, but that's all right. We don't have to have that. I know that Fiona likes it for the numerology, so thank you very much, Fiona. You'd be busy there in the background. I do know that. Okay, let's start with card 8, the coffin. So with the coffin, it's an old marble coffin draped with a purple mourning cloth, and it's surrounded by the beautiful lush scenery. As you can see, it really is a beautiful lush scenery. This image reminds us that the end can come at any time, but life will always go on. Hence, it's in the middle of nowhere from the look of that. Anyway, the coffin is... Oh, I've got a couple of quotes. Sorry, I nearly missed on reading the quotes. So, from Steve Jobs, death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. So that was from Steve Jobs. Mark Twain puts it this way: the fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. From Mark Twain. Right. It is interesting, death, isn't it? Well, in some respects. It's horrible, the loss that we can experience when it's the death of loved ones. But it is something that does clear the way for new to grow. You don't have a seed die. You don't have anything growing, as in plants and stuff, unless the seed dies. So, in a reading, when the coffin card comes up, we have to pay our attention because something's about to end or to be lost. The coffin signifies sickness, illness, exhaustion, depression, pessimism, death, a heavy or draining situation. The coffin also talks about a painful transformation, change, fears, or a serious loss. When the coffin shows up in a small reading or dailies, the effect is much more diminished. The message can be as simple as putting your feet up, sleeping in extra long, or a period of stagnation. Well, I tried to sleep in extra long this morning, didn't quite work. I woke up at 7:30. For me, that is not, it is a sleep in, yes, but it's not long enough. But hey, the body woke up, so I got up. And here we are. So with this as our theme for the day today, because Rana does mention that when it shows up in the small reading or a daily, it's diminished, we should be resting. So it's allowing something to just pass through. Once we've finished with it, hand it over, hand it on, that type of thing. It's as if it's a death for us. And I'm thinking of clothes. As I looked through my wardrobe yesterday, I thought, oh my goodness, there's so much here that I can either put to the rag bag or send off to an opportunity shop or something like that. Have it recycled appropriately because I don't fit it anymore, or I haven't worn it for so long. Not that it's out of fashion. I don't get rid of things because of that, because I never buy them for fashion in the first place. It's just they've served their purpose and time to move it on. And I think with me, it's, yes, work through that as part of my day today, to just put aside those things I need to take to an op shop and have someone else enjoy the experience of using them. Okay, so it's a wonderful experience at times to actually have this, the coffin card reminding us that we do need to let some things go and pass them on, or that we do need to say our goodbyes because we don't know when we're going to die. As much as it seems like we do fear death, yet we don't need to. There is no death as such. It's only the body. the soul goes on. There's so many stories of near-death experiences that share that with us, that you can't be frightened of the actual death. You know, the death of the soul doesn't, it's only the body. I think it's more that we're fearful of the pain that it might be in the dying, and yet they share that there isn't, that it's just a transition. So like we're going to hand something on elsewhere, or, you know, that the usefulness is finished of items that we have, like coffee machines and things like that. Anyway, not making light of it, but I think the theme for this is that acknowledgement and bringing to our consciousness that, yes, there are things that move on and die as they're, you know, the coffin is indicating. Or, you know, as far as for today, it's just rest up a bit. Spend some time where you're putting your feet up. I like that idea. I've got some crochet I'd love to do. So, you know, what is it meaning for you? Okay, now before I start on this one for its interpretation, let's have a look, see what comments we've got. I've seen a couple popping up, and most especially we have Fiona's numerology list, and it's a day. The day number with our date is a 9, and the cards all added together are going to be a 9. And so it's a 9-day completely all around. Oh my, I love that. So for me, with the multiples of 3 and my birthday's in September and all of that correlation, synchronicity and etc., what a wonderful number for today. Love it. Thank you so much for doing that, Fiona, and I'm going to pop it up once more for people to enjoy. See those gorgeous hearts above the 9. The 9 is the 18 that equals the 9, as well as the day number of 9. Love it. Double 9s. Thank you, Fiona. And Horseshoe Magic, good morning, dear Roz, and all in the chat. Good morning, Hilda. Lovely to see you here. I think that's who I'm speaking to, and a good evening to you, actually. Yes, I'm trying to think. I know it starts with an S. Is it Switzerland or Sweden? I can't remember. I think I've got the right person, haven't I? Lovely to see you there in YouTube. And Maria Amethyst Salentine. Hey, how are you this morning? It's lovely to see you over in YouTube as well. And I don't do what will happen with me and Philip. We've been together for 9 years. He will move out in September. I think a friendship will be continuing, but I don't know on the level that you'd like. And I don't normally answer the questions as I'm not going to be able to do a reading. What your answer is something here, and I think even it has already answered that. Something has finished, and for you it's going to be an ending it has already, but it's confirmed for September, you've said. And the question mark, no, look, it probably won't be. Sorry. Look, I'm putting this up again. Sorry, I hit the button wrong. Sorry, to me it's giving the indication, Spirit's giving the indication that it's probably a no as far as the togetherness of what you expect or would want, but it's certainly a friendship is still going to be there on a different level. Okay, and normally these cards are going to be the answer for you, as well as anything that's in the minds of everyone out there who's watching this. It is the questions you have uppermost in your mind that are going to be answered by these 3 cards in whatever way it will be for you. Like, it doesn't have to be the theme for the day, the home and the workspace. This is just how I interpret it initially for my own energies, but that's universal when you see that we're all of a mind in humanity to a degree. Okay? And so there, that's how I'll explain that. And where took it up to? So Horseshoe Magic. Oops, it's Roz. Sorry. Yes. Yes. Goody. I got the right one. So here we go. We've got, yes, I'm chuckling here. Yes, it's me, Hilda, in Switzerland. Thank you so much for confirming that. I love it. And thank you, Fiona from Keza, because obviously Fiona is saying g'day to Keza somewhere. It's not as a comment here, or you're just saying thank you to Fiona for doing the for doing the numerology. Anyway, and it's 1 a.m. here. Oh, so you're on the same day at least. It's Sunday. That's something. Great fun, Hilda. Thank you. And you'll be in bed or getting ready for bed. Anyway, it's lovely to see you. Right, that's all the comments that I've got there. And how interesting the home space is the bed card. So for you, Hilda, perfect. Now, it's great detail in this one. I shall read the card like from the book first, so we get the gist of this. And I'm reading from the book because sometimes how the creator of these decks interprets can be slightly different or added extras to what we normally have in a regular Lenormand deck, or my own over the years grown understanding of the cards. I do have that. I do have that, as my background of how I've learnt the Lenormand over the years. But, decks that we're not familiar with, it's great to actually go through the guidebooks. I don't use them in readings where I do the readings for you. I do the completely intuitive then. And Michaela, thank you to all for your input. It's good to have that sharing and ability to use this technology, isn't it, Michaela? Now back to the card 39, that is the bed. From the guidebook that Rana George has created for us, the enticing space features a sumptuous bed adorned with a plush array of multicoloured pillows surrounded by purple drapes and Arabian lanterns. There is an antique Arabian picture with a set of chalices and a vine of grapes as well as flowers by the cosy bed. I'm going to try and look for the vine of grapes. Where's that? Oh, look, I'm going to have to lift this one up because I'm intrigued by the grapes. Can we see them? Oh, focus please, camera. Oh, maybe they're that one near my thumb. Isn't it a gorgeous picture though? It's absolutely lovely. All that luxury, because in this one it is pure luxury, isn't it? I think the vine of grapes is that one. I'm going to have to look at it much, much closer. But it's a gorgeous, sumptuous bed. Wouldn't you like to sleep in that? Anyway, let's go along. The Italian proverb is bed is the poor man's opera. And Samuel Johnson has, the happiest part of a man's life is what he passes lying awake in bed in the morning. And that takes me back to some memories of my own in the mornings. Marilyn Monroe said, what do I wear in bed? Why, Chanel number 5, of course. Ah, beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? So in a reading, if you want to add this card to your deck, it will take the sex aspect and all the sexuality away from the whip if you happen to get the whip. We haven't got that, so it doesn't matter. So guess what that includes in this one? You might be your lucky day today. Or any other card used for sex. I haven't come across many guidebooks that have actually mentioned sex as part of an interpretation. Not specifically. So in whatever way that means for you, have some fun. From what I can tell. Anyway, the bed is the sex card, the getting involved with, sleeping with and lying in bed with card. So it can also be about sleep, take a break, a siesta, relaxing, unwinding, lie down, cool off, tranquilise a situation or put things to rest. It's your intimate self, the things you keep private or your intimate relations. The bed can also be about getting something in your hand, securing a position, a person or a situation depending on the cards around it and the context. Now, of course, most do include something that's to do with the position in a grand tableau. So this card is part of the 4 extra cards. It's not necessary to include it in your deck unless you're willing to free the other cards from the sex feature. Bed is the sex card should you choose to use it. Now, in context of that, it's a freeing of your will to experience and what you desire sexually, sensually. You know, that is an intimate card. So I find it very interesting that it comes here as far as with the coffin card, you know, how she had mentioned that it's, you know, put your feet up, have a bit of a break, have a rest. Well, doesn't have to be in a chair, does it? Putting your feet up. So it's very interesting. I like the freeing aspect of being able to mention it. You know, it wasn't that many years ago, 30, 40 years ago, that it was a taboo subject to be made public, talking about sex. And now we see it most places, almost everywhere. Well, because I'm an author and learning some of the craft, it's part of what's mentioned for some books, whether you have them as spicy or not, and etc. So, you know, it does come into being a natural part of life. And for us to be able to experience the enjoyment of our body as well, okay? And, you know, it helps with the procreation and growing forward into future generations, as we know. So what does it mean for you? Or just to have that wonderful sleep in or extra long nap. Okay, so we've got that in our home space. Now, I certainly need to look at the comments because there's a few more have popped up. Now, we've got Fiona saying, thank you, Keza. So that's lovely after the numerology. And Michaela, a lucky day. LOL. Absolutely, isn't it? Those nines. Love it. Love it, love it. And we have Sharon who's popped in. So good morning, Roz and Fiona and all this morning. I'll be travelling tomorrow, so won't be here. Off to Northern Territory. Yeah, going to do your annual visit for your mum. It's lovely to be able to prepare and spend time. So you're going to have a bit of a rest today, are you? Or after all that packing, or you're going to have a rest first, then pack madly? Yeah, I do know you. And Lashonda, good morning to you. Or it could be a good evening. I don't know where you are. You are on the YouTube channel, so thank you for visiting, for popping in. I do these... Oh, sorry, I don't know how long you've been watching in for. I do these as a daily, and it is a general card spread reading. So if you've got anything on your mind that is prominent as a question, these cards may be answering that for you as to why you are here, Lashonda. And lovely to have you. I don't do individual card pulls for this session. It's just a morning general read. And Hilda, about the coffin and death, we're all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. Absolutely. And that crossing the veil, or whatever description you want to put to that transition, that's what it is, the transformation. And in some weird way, I look forward to that. It's lovely to be able to have that understanding of the journey that we're on. And Fiona's just popping in and saying good morning to Sharon, girlie, enjoy your travelling. Yes, lovely for that, thank you. So there we have it. We've got the coffin that's of some small endings, or big, it might be, but it's generally the smaller endings, resting up and putting our feet up. The bed about experiencing that is enjoyment, pleasure, rest, sex, whatever that you're wanting to bring from that bed, dreams that might come forward to become true. All of that's going to bring it in for our day to day of rest and I think contemplation. Now the crossroads, that card 22, in a charming old historical town we see this crossroads made up of multiple junctions, creating a web of interesting paths. Now it's not just 4, it is 5 points into this, whether that's something that's meaningful for you in regards to the 5-pointed star or a pentagram or other, whatever it is that your beliefs are. We've got this. I love the depiction of it, that it's not just the usual 4. Anyway, I'll keep going on. I'm digressing from the book. Viktor Frankl, a quote from his, a human being is a deciding being. And then we've got Mae West. Whenever I have to choose between the two evils, I always try the one I haven't tried before. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Mae West, wasn't she a character? For those of us who remember watching her on TV years ago. So in the reading, that moment when you have to make a choice, this is what the Crossroads card delivers, as well as decisions, arbitrations, compromises and mediations. Crossroads also conveys the feel of multiple, double, diverse and all the adjectives that help with poly. This card can also be saying to try an alternate route. The Crossroads is my separate ways card. Yes, and poly isn't about the poly wants a cracker thing. It's the poly meaning more than one. It's not uni, it's poly. And the context, oh no, that's just an example of what there is. It's a very, very brief explanation in this one. I'm just going to read this one that is the explanation of the artwork. The Crossroads painting is an homage, so Kelly must do these as paintings initially. Yeah, well, I suppose so, isn't it? Duh. Crossroads paintings are homage to an historical village in south central Lebanon called Deir el Kamar, meaning Monastery of the Moon. This village, the location of many historic palaces, was the capital of emirs and the centre of Lebanese literary tradition. You can find synagogues, mosques and churches in this town, as it was a crossroads for all religions. Growing up, we used to go in the summers and spend weekends. She remembers the streets were all interconnected like a web. Well, that's really interesting. Maybe that's somewhere you could choose as a destination for travels if you so desire. Although I think the Middle East at the moment might be a little bit on the be wary side with safety. Anyway, it's a beautiful art piece, isn't it? As all of these drawings are, I think. And decisions are needing to be made along the work aspect. Which road, like Mae West said, choose the one you haven't travelled yet or before. You may be needing to repeat part of this travel again, who knows. So that's what our work card is. Or just rest at the centre, and that looks like a bit of a park there. Have a break. I feel we are getting that indication to actually rest today, to take things easy, not really consider work as such, but maybe we could think about what is next without actually the doing, because we are at that crossroads. It's a rest day. It's Sunday. What do you do on Sundays? And really delve into that relaxation and whatever you choose to do with it. That's the message that I think we are getting from that, really, is relaxing and doing pleasurable things. So now, let me see, up to Shaz. You're still getting organised, manicure and pedi, and getting yarn for the visit, then packing. Yes, so you're having a nice relaxing time. Your feet up's going to be putting your toes in front of a therapist's face then, isn't it? For the pedicure. Wonderful. Enjoy that. And from Hilda, thank you, dear Roz. I'm going back to sleep now. Wishing all in the chat a wonderful Sunday with love and light, and for the anticipation through your dreams and move into a lovely relaxing full Sunday when you wake up to enjoy it in the daylight. Thank you for popping in, Hilda. Lovely to see you here. And thank you, and have an amazing day to all from Keza. So lovely too as well to have you in, and love relaxing from Michaela. I do too. It's relaxing, isn't it? And thank you from Michaela. Thank you, everyone. And yes, my relaxing today is going to be into the iPad and some crochet, I think. I've got some classes I want to take, not give, but take this time. I've signed up for so many. It's time for me to catch up on some. And they're very enjoyable because it's things I love to do. And we'll probably see you tomorrow. And I'm just going down and see the next one. Look, thank you, Ros Gurley. Have a fab day. Love the artwork on all the cards. Yes, very interesting cards for today. Resonates with you? That's good. And a good afternoon, good morning, or wherever you are. Evening in the globe from Fiona. And hello, Layla. I'm just going to finish off, and I'm not answering questions for this today. I'll flip back to the cards. You're here to say hello. And answering this one, do you answer questions, miss? Not specific questions. Here is the card spread that we have for today. I'll pop it here just for you. I do have that little bit of extra time just to briefly run over them. The coffin is for our theme for the day. So it's coming down to you need, having that theme of relaxing and putting the feet up. That's what I'm taking from this today. And with the bed in the home space, this is bringing that more intimate area of your home into that process of rest, relax, and maybe even some enjoyment in the sex. Sex. It is the sex card in this deck, and decisions in the workspace. Not to put them into action, but just to create that thinking brain of what might be next, but relaxing into your day today. So it's more about relaxing there, Layla. Okay, so hopefully that's an okay, quick, brief run for you, summary of what the spread was for today. And if you have any questions at top of mind, those 3 cards in some way will actually answer those questions. Look at them, pause the video when you get back to it, at any point along, if you watch the replay, at any point along, to have a closer look at the card and see what you feel about which one is more coming to your sight, your mind, your heart. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here and popping in today. If you're on the YouTube, subscribe and like, and you get the notifications from subscribing. I think you do. You can turn them off, but you can turn them on too. I'm here about the same time every morning, as much as possible. There's been some times where I haven't made it, but health being what it can be. And certainly I do have the space there in the psychic.online to purchase readings, and I schedule them at what is your convenience if you want to join in, or I can just do them as a recorded video reading and send you the link. Okay, and you've got that to be able to be, looked at, listened to, watched at your convenience. Thank you so much for being here, and until tomorrow, keep being the best you that you can be. Namaste.